stop.
Rock Carter DJs are in the building.
DJ don't stop.
Yeah, yeah. What it do, what it do, what it do.
DJ don't stop. DJ don't stop. DJ don't stop.
Rock Carter DJs are in the building.
Yeah. Salute, 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 salute. To all my DJs, all my entrepreneurs.
DJ don't stop.
Yeah, that's me, that's me.
DJ don't stop.
All right, yo. Hey, what's up? You rocking with your girl, Msdjdontstop. It is that time right now. You are inside of the Hotspot with me, Msdjdontstop. I have a guest that is on with me right now. First off, I want to just say, before I introduce my guest caller, first off, I want to say this weekend was a great weekend. In Atlanta, we had DJ's Day Out, and it was a great event. That event was real good. I have the shirt on right now. If you see DJ's Day Out, 2022 DJ's Day Out. Yeah. So they had we had Mel Star. So I had an interview with Mel Star, and I'm going to edit that and get that thing showing. It might be up and rolling next week. Trust me, it'll be next week when that thing will be on. So you guys will see that interview. And also DJ Flames Popo, he performed, he did his thing out at the park. And some other DJs. A lot of the Atlanta DJs did great job. And I ended up seeing a lot of people I haven't seen in so long. So, yo, DJ's Day Out 2022 was a wonderful thing here in Atlanta this following weekend. So right now, I'm going to introduce all the way from New York City to Atlanta. DJ Spencer Andrews, aka DJ Dre. He is right here on the phone. This is a phone interview. He is on the line. We're going to get some information about DJ Dre, Spencer, a.k.a. Spencer Andrews. Hey, how's it going?
I'm good. I'd like to order a small mushu pork. We're on the wrong phone line. I'm sorry. Hey, how you doing? I want to give a big shout out to the ATL. Thank you. Wow. I must be on the wrong show. They didn't tell me you had it like that. You know, I had you on my show not too long ago. Spencer Andrews, a.k.a. DJ Dre in the Mix. I had you on the show. And I tell you, you didn't get any of these sound effects. So I definitely feel as if I have to raise my game because of you. So, but again, big shout out to the ATL. And big shout out to you. How are you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing good. I'm well, man. I am feeling, spunky, I guess.
Well, we spoke last night, and I know you were hurting for some sleep. So I won't be surprised if you're a little slow in the game today. But it's all good. It's definitely all good.
Yeah, I'm always hurting for sleep. Matter of fact, I'm hurting for sleep now. So.
I got to admit, it's kind of weird. It's the one time that I'm actually not hurting for sleep. So I don't feel bad, but I definitely feel good that I'm not hurting this time. So that's all on you. I can't help you there.
Yes, I understand that. So, man, tell us what's been going on in New York City.
Well, I tell you, since COVID, things are somewhat pretty much back to normal. I mean, we have a lot of events going on that I'm not part of. Uh, a lot of the events that I do are overseas, and I travel a lot. But
Yeah.
New York City has, for people in Atlanta that don't know, New York City has really declined in the nightlife situation. A lot of nightclubs, even prior to COVID, started breaking down into lounges, and the lounges suck because you really can't get a vibe going there when people are just bouncing. So that's one of the reasons why I travel outside the New York City area to DJ, because the club life is still in existence outside. But we still have a couple of clubs. But New York City, we got our beaches, and everybody's breaking out the boats and, getting ready to, or they've been out already, jet skiing. So, here in New York, it's just another day for us.
Yeah. Yeah. So, where have you been traveling to outside of New York?
I've been out basically. Well, what happened for me was, I'm going to go into a story, so get your pillows, everybody. What happened for me was, I've been doing this 27 years, 28 years as a DJ. Started out when I was 16, fell into it pretty fast. And I stayed pretty much within the New York area. Started out in the small suburbs and then moved out, branched out to New York City. Happened pretty quick for me. And it's been a very blessed life for me. I've been very lucky. But I ended up, a lot of people when the internet came out telling me how to, you got to get on there, promote. And I just never followed that. And then a couple of years ago, I started putting stuff up on SoundCloud and Facebook and, what was that? MySpace.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
MySpace.
I don't feel bad. I got friends that still go back to that. I don't mess with that. I don't even remember what my profile was. But it wasn't until a couple of years ago I found out I had a huge fan base in the UK. And I started working on some deals and started getting some offers. I was doing a lot of stuff over the internet. And then, I started getting offers to go out to the UK, working on some stuff for Dubai, Ireland, and other places overseas that aren't really much worth talking about because they're not on the book yet. But, like I said, and when you travel overseas, it's a money issue. So you got to make sure you get paid what you're looking for. But, that's one of the reasons why I don't do too much U.S. stuff. But for now, and I started doing 6 months on, 6 months off. So obviously now it's my 6 months back on. So I start out in June and go all the way through for the next 6 months. So it's going to be a lot of beach clubs and which I don't mind. But I've been doing this so long, it's just a job now. It's always been a job for me. But we're going to be doing some beach clubs and stuff like that out in the island, which we have Long Island, which is the sound of New York for the waterways.
Yeah.
And so, that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing. It gets pretty hectic right now. I haven't gotten to the hectic point, but it's going to get there, so I can't think too much in advance. That's what happens with me.
Oh, I understand that. Thinking too much in advance. Lord knows I know.
Yes. The root of all evil thinking.
Yeah.
So. But, like I said, I spend probably 6 months in negotiations, and then I spend 6 months working those negotiations. So, it can be a real pain in the ass sometimes, but once I start, I get into a flow and everything. So,
Okay, so we need a little background about you, DJ Dre. You said that how long? No, I have two things to ask you. First off, the first thing
just two
is,
things. Just
well,
two things. Why don't you
no,
call
no.
in?
It's two things fighting to come out first.
Go ahead.
So the first question is, how long have you been actually a DJ?
Well, at the age of 16, I always had older friends. I don't think I ever had friends my age. So I met up with somebody that was older than me and my buddy of mine, who became a business partner later in life and then dropped out of the game, which probably helped me that he dropped out. But I started at 16. I met this guy, DJ Rich Roman, and he really educated and schooled me on the game of how to DJ. It was going to school. I don't think I touched turntables for a couple of months. So I really had to learn, show up at a club, watch what he was doing, hear, listen. I had to do all this stuff. And then finally one day, probably before my 17th birthday, he said, "Why are you sitting there? You're up next." And, I started. So by the age of 17, I was actually a paid DJ in the nightclub industry. I'm not ashamed of it, but I started in strip clubs. But luckily, I only have 3 of them under my belt, and they were only for like less than a year, which was great because that atmosphere really wasn't me. I didn't like it, and I'm straight. I love women, but that type of atmosphere, there's not much to love because it's all about getting paid. So
Yeah.
I started at the age of 17. I'm not ashamed of it or afraid of it. I'm 53, still working. And so I've been doing this, like I said, 27, 28 years, if not more.
Wow, so that's cool. That's real cool. And then so I'm just gonna make a joke about this. So you saw ass and titties at 17?
Yeah, no, actually 16, I saw ass and titties.
Okay.
But what was really funny is, a normal person would walk in and get sexually excited for seeing this. I got excited because I had TVs in my booth. Yeah, I know. I'm a horrible man. No, but I got more excited over the electronics than I did over the, women. But like I said, I was schooled very early. I knew about, the game when I was young. I grew up on the streets. I didn't have a father. So I came up on the street. So as far as women and just bullshit and just overall in general, the game, I learned early. So when I went into a strip club, that titties and ass was just show. That didn't mean nothing for me. I wasn't going to go anywhere with it. And I wasn't going to try. And when I was approached by women and they were like, hanging on me and, "Hey, baby, can you?" It was like, "Yo, check it out. Here's the deal. It's $10 a night. All right. At the end of the night, you pay me and we good. And I'll give you what you need." And that was it. And so, here I am, about 17 years old now, and I'm making like 150 base pay, and I'm making like another 100. So I'm walking out at 250. And then on top of that, you had all the drug dealers come in. So in a night, I could walk out with about $350 just from hitting the girls for $10 each, getting my base pay, and of course getting all my shout out money. So at the age of 17, making $350 where other people were 25, 30, and making 80 a night, it got around pretty quick who I was. So.
Oh yeah, that's real sweet. Woo. So you had the money at 17.
Yeah, I always had money. That's the funny thing. I always had money. And I remember when I worked, I worked like one job. We got paid on Friday, And Monday, I come to work and I had bills in my pocket. People are like, you got money on you? I'm like, yeah. Like, I
Yeah.
wasn't used to it. I wasn't used to people being broke. So when people said, "Oh, you have money," it's like, yeah, why don't you? It's So I took DJing very serious. I still do, and it's a business for me.
Yes, it is a business.
I mean, it's a business for a lot of us, but I think for some of us, when we start, we get, people are like, oh, I can get my boys in for free. I can get hook up with the girls. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It just has to be, you need to know where you going with this. What do you want to do with it? So that's how I feel about it. Very serious about what I do and passionate. So, if you want to be a DJ or you want to get your boys in for free, good for you. You're not going to last long. But if you want to make a business of it and financially gain from it, you should do pretty good. There's other obstacles out there. We'll go into that when we need to, but that's just the way you need to treat it for now.
Yeah, most definitely. Also, what genre of music did you grow up on playing?
Well, again, I grew up in the suburbs, 15 minutes outside of New York City. Obviously, everyone knows the most major city. One of the most major cities within the U.S., but the major city in New York. But I grew up with a radio station called 92 KTU, and the music was like double Dutch bus, if anybody remembers this stuff. And, there was a song called Brother. But we grew up on, like, I guess you could have said it was party music. And then, of course, we had Rapper's Delight, and that was our hip hop. Grandmaster Flash, definitely big shout out because and that was another thing. It's a big shout out because I got to work with these people later on in life, and it was good. But the genre that I grew up on was that of maybe party music. What I grew into was hip hop, reggae, R&B, basically everything except for country music and Latin. I mean, didn't have a big Latin. I didn't have a big Latin influence. I mean, I'm Puerto Rican and Italian, but I didn't have a big Latin influence.
Yeah.
Until later in life, I started popping up in clubs that were Latin American nights, and people had expected me to do the Latin portion. I'm like, yo, no, that ain't what I do. So I would just go to my boys, tell them, make a CD, and I would play that. I started doing sets, 15-minute sets, and it really sucked because you do a 15-minute set, everybody's into it, and then you break off into another 15-minute set of something else. So I had to get out of that. I couldn't be doing that, but I'm capable of playing everything. So that's my history on that.
Oh man, that's what's up. That is great. Also, since you brought up, you played with certain people. You said you played with Grandmaster Flash and Kid Capri. I remember you telling me something about Kid Capri.
Yes. Again, big shout out to Kid Capri. I also worked as a sound engineer. I worked for a company where we did lighting effects and stuff like that. And for an example, Kid Capri, we were supplying a system for him, and we were talking, and he's like, "Yo, what do you do? And is this it?" And I'm like, "No, I'm a DJ. Just right now, I got to make real money." So he's like, "Yo, so I got to take a piss. You want to cover?" It's like
Really?
you're serious. And I do believe this is before Kid Capri was like Kid Capri, but he was still known. And I'm like, "Yo, yeah." And I got up there for a while. And I know it was probably like an hour, and he was in the audience having a good time. So Grandmaster Flash and them, they actually did a video at one of the clubs I worked at. So I got to be with them, and then later on in life, I worked with Chuck Chillout. I don't know if anybody knows that name, one of the big hip hop DJs up here in New York. And I got to work with him. And again, I was back with one of the Furious Five. So, yeah. And I've gotten to work with a lot of Caribbean or Caribbean, there's two ways of saying it. But a lot of the hip hop artists too, because I worked with an DJ, Dub Master Chris, who is, again, up here and in, not Africa, in Jamaica, pretty big reggae DJ. So I've been blessed. I've really been blessed in the right place at the right time. And I've got to work with these people, and not just that one night. I got to work with people for months on end, or I've been invited back to be part of it somehow, some way. Wow. And and that means a lot, because that really solidifies that you're in. When people who are ahead of you ask you to come back, you're like, wait, me? I'm just this
you
like
want
little
me?
But you want this little busted ass white boy to come up and and it was great. On the like the Caribbean, perfect example. You're playing music and people are they're banging on the booth, and you're thinking I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. What am I doing? And then the guy next to you says, no, that's them, like that's them telling you, and people would come up to the booth, because a lot of the booths that I played in were high up, so they come up to the booth, yeah man, where's the DJ at, man? Like, I'm the DJ. Oh, but God, no man, no way, you the DJ, man, you done tearing it up, man. Yeah, that's me, man. You number one white boy, man. They go back out and they're telling people, there's a white boy in the booth doing that. And I always got off on that. I never took it as a racial thing. Even when I played African-American clubs and all that, guys would come up and they would look at me with my hands on the equipment. Where's the DJ? I'm the DJ. Nah. How do you know how to scratch? I learned.
Wow.
And they would go out and be like, there's a white boy up there. But I loved it. I never took it as a racism, like, a white boy. And that was one of the things, like the build up. Where you going today? We're going to catch that white boy. And I didn't always have the name Dre. Dre came along. Dre probably didn't come along until I was 22, 23 years old. I was playing the strip club in the Bronx. And, they were like, coming up next to DJ Dre. And I'm like, who's that? And my boy was like, that's you. I just fucked around with your name a little bit, because I have my real name. But, and they were like, we're just using that. And I'm like, whatever. And I've carried Dre. I don't know, whatever. I mean, like, I never even put thought into a DJ name. Like, that just goes to show you how into it I was. Like, I just wanted to make my money. I don't care if you call me DJ Two Fingers, whatever you want to do.
So just give me my money.
Put me down. One time they were like, we should call you DJ White Boy, the Almighty Whitey. I'm like, no. That shit ain't gonna play in urban nightclubs. Are you stupid?
No.
I'm gonna be in the deep south of whatever, and you're gonna be Almighty Whitey. No, fuck that. Nah, we ain't doing that shit. So, but like, I never put any attention to my name, because like you said, just pay me.
Yeah.
So I got my name DJ Dre back in when I was 22, 23 years old, and it's been Don't Look Back ever since.
Oh man, that sounds great. So I'm gonna come back with some questions to you, some more questions, of course. But I'm going into two song plays, two artists. Well, these artists haven't been on here. Actually, one artist has. His name is KP. So I'm gonna go into KP song, It's called 23 Hours. Then after that, I'm going to follow up with a new artist that hasn't been on the show yet, but he's going to come on. His name is Floyd Grant. I met him over the weekend at a event I DJ'd Saturday. Talented brother. And then we're going to come back and, ask Spencer Andrews, a.k.a. DJ Dre, some more questions right here on the Hotspot with your girl, Miss DJ. Don't stop. Don't go anywhere. Do not touch it. All right, here we go. KP.
I've been to 2 different counties. I can't wait till I jump out. 23 all locked down. I can't wait till it run out. I can't wait. I can't wait till I jump out. I can't wait. I can't wait till I jump out. I've been to 2 different counties. I can't wait till I jump out. 23 all locked down. I can't wait till it run out. I can't wait. I can't wait till it run out. I can't wait. I can't wait till it run out. Sitting behind the door going crazy. Who out the fuck in my leg? Locked up, can't protect my babies. Chasing money, not in writing statements. Code offending, make a deal with the DA. Prosecutor see the hell it back. I can't wait to see the discovery pack. So I can put it out on nigga rag. Tripping nines. Damn, why I had to get caught in my prime. I got so much on the line. Talk about 15 through 5 trying to slow me down. Don't show nobody the informants. They couldn't disagree, they please low. You gotta watch it, the performance. Keep it all to yourself. I don't say nothing, I'm too silent. I don't break the code that I live by. Better talk to my lawyer, you wildin'. Never breaking the silence. Sit behind these doors. Sit behind these doors. Sit behind these doors. Sit behind these doors. I've been to 2 different counties. I can't wait till I jump out. 23 all locked down. I can't wait till it run out. I can't wait. I can't wait till I jump out. I can't wait. I can't wait till I jump out. I've been to 2 different counties. I can't wait till I jump out. 23 all locked down. I can't wait till it run out. I can't wait. I can't wait till it run out. I can't wait. I can't wait till it run out.
All right, here is Floyd Grant. That was KP with 23 Hours. Here's Floyd Grant. Then we're going to get back into DJ Dre right here on the Hotspot with your girl, Miss DJ Don't Stop.
Time you look at me, girl, I just wanna take you home with me. Just to get freaky and give you what you like. I know you're thinking that too. I can take you to a place you've never been and never wanna come back here. Just let me know what you think if you feeling it too.
Okay, so that was real quick, Floyd Grant. So apparently he gave me his performance MP3. So hey, that's cool. That's what you're supposed to do when you're an artist. Have an MP3, a performance version of your song. You do not have to always perform with your lyrics. All right. So yeah, that was Floyd Grant right there with "Got My Eyes on You." I'm back with DJ Dre.
Yes, you are.
Right here on the Hotspot. How you been, man?
Man, that was perfect timing. I mean, I walked away. I totally sent you a message that I'm breaking away. That was perfect timing. I could go hug my wife, raise the fridge for a minute, eat me a piece of cheese. I tell you, that it was like perfect timing, and you know, these songs weren't long enough for me. I was hoping to like take a quick nap, wake up, come back and get my intro again. But
Well,
we did.
well, the songs are long, but you know, I cut it off a little bit. But because I do remember our conversation about hip hop, so I didn't want to, you know, just.
Whoa, wait, whoa. You know we're live.
Tell me.
So now, like what you just did, you outed me, which is fucked up. No, but I know what you. It ain't. Wait, first of all, Atlanta, listen to my voice. I'm not a hip hop hater. I am not. All right. We had a conversation that some of the hip hop, and I can't comment on Atlanta, but that some of the hip hop was just not good. Not all. It was just not good. So I don't have a problem listening to it. As a DJ, I play it. So, you know, so please don't say you cut shit short because I was on the other end with my fingers in my ears because you know I just had to break away. I just had to break away and hit the fridge. That's all.
Oh no, I wasn't insinuating that. I was just saying that I didn't want it to be too long for you on the hip hop part.
See there? No, but I can handle hip hop. I can handle it. I can't handle Mexican music. And if there's any Mexicans listening to this, I'm so sorry. But really, a tuba and an accordion? What type of shit is that, yo? Oh, send all your hate emails to. I'm telling you. Nah, man. Whoever. Now, the Roots. I'm going to tell you, the Roots are the only people that can pull off a tuba in their shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, you know, tuba and accordion. I just want to strangle motherfuckers when I see them. But, I'm sorry to
But
all
you-
the
you can
Mexicans.
Man, so I was in this group, and this guy posted about someone asked him, "Do he have Mexican music, not Latino?" So I misread the post. So I just listed up a bunch of Latino genres, and so the person was like, "No, that's still Latino." So I had to reread the post.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so I guess
Well, the problem with not the problem, but
that is a problem.
I think the problem. Again, I don't know if it's a problem. It's just that I've lived through it. The thing with music is it's really progressed. I mean, we've gone from what I considered. We considered it back then as hip hop, rap. We considered rap, I think, when I was younger, because it was really rapping. But then we went to hip hop. Then we went to, gangster hip hop. We went from rock to classic rock to grunge. We went from house to trance to trippy. We went from reggae to reggaeton. We went from Latin music to salsa, merengue, Mexican, Brazilian. So music has progressed so far that if you're looking for music and you go into a genre selection, wow, you are so screwed, because music has broken off into these little pieces, and
Exactly.
it's just it's amazing to see it, but it's annoying when people go, "What kind of music do you play?" And let's just say, "I play house." What type of house?
I know you got. Oh Lord Jesus.
I play vocal house. Well, what type of vocal house? I play classic vocal house. And ask your mama what type of music I play. So when people say to me, "What kind of music do you play?" I just simply say, "I play everything except,
For the
Latin,
country, yes.
country. I ain't gonna be mixing no death metal, but I play reggaeton. I play hip hop. I just if I have to play. For me, the way that it works for me is when I go into a club, I am billed as, DJ Dre, end of story. And I am not played off as he's playing this type of music, he's playing that type of music. Because when I go into a club, it's whatever the hell I feel like playing. And that's another thing. And that's another thing to a lot of DJs. I've gotten to that point that I can do what I want to do. You can't do it. You can't. If you're just starting out and you land at a nightclub, God bless you. But you have to play whatever they tell you to play. And it's not going to be the nightclub. It's going to be the promoter. But when I come in, it's whatever the hell I feel like playing. I've been known to play hip-hop, Michael Jackson, and house all in the same night. So, and I play for different crowds. I play for gay. I play for straight. I play for Latino. So my music is never geared towards my crowd. I don't play for myself. The most number one tip is being a DJ. Never play for yourself. But I feel I play music, and I'm not specialized, but I play house music. That's what I play. But I play everything. But if I, it is what it is. But I'm an old school DJ too. That's why I really don't have a billing as what I'll be playing, because I don't know. I don't do a playlist. I just know I'm playing at this club, this night, this day, and that's it. And when I go in, I just start playing whatever I feel like playing. I look at the crowd, and I just know that what I'm trying to do, what I want to do, is play music that's going to carry you onto the floor, keep you on the floor. Every now and then I might throw in that one song that spreads the floor thin, but there's a reason for that, because the bar has to make their money. It's another thing you need to know as a DJ when you're playing nightclubs. You need to know when to thin the herd a little bit, because they want to make their money. I've had owners come up to me and go, yo, because at a certain point of the night, kill it. Like, no, I'm not going to kill it, but I'll get people at your bar. So that's why I was saying earlier, there's a lot you need to know to become a DJ. I feel bad for a lot of DJs. I don't think you'll ever see the inside of a nightclub. Really don't. Because this day and age,
it's changing.
There's a lot of changes, but also you play for a promoter. Promoters, you got to be in. You got to know people. It's a who you know, who you blow type of game. I don't blow anybody, but for me, I don't have to deal with that, because I have people higher up telling other people what they're going to have that night. And I'm lucky. I'm just damn lucky. But, like I said, I've been blessed, but I paid my dues too. I did not just wake up and end up where I am today. And, I just feel bad for a lot of DJs that they will probably never experience what I think. I love a nightclub. I'm not going to lie. I love a friggin' nightclub. Mm-hmm. But for me, like, you do these outdoor events, there's nothing wrong with that, because you're not playing for 100 people. You're playing for maybe 5, 6, the numbers just go up and up on outdoor events. I play these festivals. These festivals are sometimes booked at 5,000 people, and we're playing in a stadium, or we're playing in some field out in who knows where. So, you go out, you play for about an hour, 2 hours to 5,000 people, and that's when your specialty or what you do has to be kind of known and come into play, because I definitely cannot walk into 5,000 people for a house event and play hip hop. Ain't happening. Ain't gonna happen. No. I'll get, just like if I come out to Atlanta and it's a hip hop event, no way am I gonna be accepted when I start playing house. So, and it's not even that it's Atlanta, it's just that Atlanta, and correct me if I'm wrong, it is a hip hop community. And, just like, you go down to, Louisiana, that's a bluegrass shit, so I don't even know what bluegrass is. But, it's just every country has their main type of music. Every city has their main type of music. New York, we're very diverse out here, very. If I ever took you to a ride to New York City, for an hour. By the time we're done, you probably would have heard like 100 different genres of music.
Oh yeah. Well, Atlanta is very real. Atlanta is diverse. We have house in the park. We have jazz in the park. We have a variety of things here.
We need to fight. We need to come
um,
together. We need to come together as a community and get that jazz out of the park. I'm just saying.
Now, jazz in the park is pretty cool. I like going to jazz in the park. It's real laid back. It's that
You see
vibe.
that, bro?
Makes me
That's
want to be a
because-
cool cat.
That's because you don't fall asleep. You go out, you listen to jazz. 10 minutes later, you're so stop.
Yeah, they try to make it, jazzy. I don't know what else to say with it.
That's when all the old cats come out and tell you how much a candy bar used to cost 5 cents. And in my day, a candy bar only costed us 5 cents. So, but we have that diversity too. But I look at Atlanta as a hip hop world. That's what I know Atlanta to be. So I don't say it because of color, race, religion. I say it because that's what I know it as. And I'm still waiting to come out there and do what I do. And that might not be for another year or two, but when we do, we'll let you know.
Yeah, let me know, please.
Oh, not you. I'm not letting you know shit. No way.
This man is crazy, y'all. So tell me this right here. What was one of the most craziest nights you ever had in a nightclub?
Oh, perfect example. It was for a straight crowd in a club that held about 400 people, 450 or 450, and we were doing a Dress to Impress hip hop night with R&B, and sure enough, people start coming through in Timberlands and everything. Not that there's a problem with that, but when you say Dress to Impress, Timberlands don't impress nobody. And I keep getting people running up to me in the booth, yo. They turning people away. Like, I don't give a shit. I'm a DJ. And this happened to be at my boys' club. And then I hear how we had this kid, Vinny, 19 years old, but he was like a brick shit house. The guy was huge. How he's got 3 people up against the gate with his arm. So, shit's starting to break down. They're starting to bum rush the front doors. And then all of a sudden, you can see in the club, the crowd starts to separate. And, the people are starting to run in. And it's not a pleasant situation. So I shut down the music. And, I told my boy, I knew because I've learned the nightclub industry. And I'm like, all right, let me get to the bar, get the cash register. Let me get the cash registers, get the bartenders, and get them the hell out. In case it goes that far.
Yeah.
Get them. We get up into the office, and I'm putting the money in the safe, and I hear the door get kicked open. And I come out of the office with a 12-gauge shotgun pointed at the clown that kicked open the door, and I said, turn around, or you'll be face down. And sure enough, he turned around. He didn't opt for face down. But had to call the cavalry, had to go call, when it comes to a nightclub, the last thing you want to do as an owner, a manager, or even a staff member is you don't want to call 911. And sure enough, that night we had to call 911. And after that, we weren't getting much love from the city that we were in. Months went by, and eventually we had to shut down the club. They were trying for quite some time to really survive, but they kind of played out their welcome. And it was a very nice club. That would be the craziest night I ever had. The wildest night I ever had. I worked in a club where the main dance floor was 1,000. The second floor was 300, and the roof was 125. And I was playing, and I don't know, I was fucked up. I was definitely, I was tore up, and I don't know. I just had the club going crazy, and all of a sudden, just the main floor went from 1,000 to 1,200, 1,300. Next thing you know, we're at like 1,500 people on the main floor, and it was just like I did that. And for me, that was wild. That was wild for me to kill 2 floors. And I was just, and when we were all said and done at the end of the night, and each floor had, they had lighting, they had a sound system, they had, and this was top notch. So, it wasn't bargain night. And at the end of the night, we were all sitting around, and people were like, that was sick, that was crazy, and da-da-da. And I said to the owner and the manager over there, and I looked at them, I picked up my head for the bar, and I said, how come we just didn't pump the music up to the 2nd and 3rd floor? And they looked at me and they said, oh shit. Because the way that their system was designed was you could take any floor and patch it to the next floor. So all we had to do was hit a switch. And the first floor would have played on the 2nd and 3rd floor. But the club made like some record number that night. This was a club that would make like 20 grand a night. Wow. And I think it was a huge club called Exit down in Manhattan. My DJ booth was 20 feet long. It housed a lighting technician, myself, and a sound engineer. But it was like 20 feet long with a rack of amplifiers that covered the wall. I mean, I used to have to turn a key to fire up all the amplifiers. It was pretty cool. You turn a key, you'd see one amp come on, the other amp, bop, 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 they just start firing up. But I think like they made something like $40,000-$50,000 that night. It was amazing. Oh, so wow. that was my wildest night. So to answer your question.
Oh. Well, have you ever found love while you're DJing?
Oh, holy shit! Who writes your stuff?
That's you wasn't expecting that one, I know, right?
No, I wasn't. I mean, we got a lot more than love. Found a lot more than love.
I know,
right? One night I was in the booth in a club, and just to go straight to the punchline, at the end of the night, I remember the owner walked up to me and just said, I'd really appreciate it if you didn't get a blowjob in the DJ booth anymore. And so there was that.
What?
I took it a little too far. But, no, I mean...
How was you DJing with that?
We're not going to go there. We're not going to go there. I think she had a deadline to meet. You got 5 minutes or else. No. But no.
So silly, man.
I never found love because... I never found love. I found lust. But I never found love. I never looked, first of all. I and my boys, and this goes for people even listening, never say you're going to go out and get. Like, I'm going to go out and get me a girl. I'm going to go out and get this. I'm going to tell you right now, when you do that you admit you reek of desperate. You reek of, and people can smell that. And I remember my boys would be like, I'm going to go out today and get me a girl. I'm going to get me. And the few times, because I don't go out to bars or nightclubs, I don't I hate it. I feel out of place. I'll go to a bar every now and then. But, all the times that they were like, get. And I was like, whatever, I would get. So guys, what I'm trying to say is, man, if you play it cool, calm, and simple, you're guaranteed to walk out with somebody, no matter how ugly she is. But really, a backtrack. Really, we have to do a backtrack. No, it's even funnier. I think I know what mixer you're using. Anyway, so we'll talk about that offline. But no, I've never found love, but I've always made it a point not to bring my love, my girlfriends to the clubs. I always told all my girlfriends, don't show up. And I would tell them why. And I would tell them because what's going to happen is you're going to show up. I have to talk to women. I have to talk to people. Some of these people are going to be women, and I have to talk to them. They're going to be a little drunk. They're going to be a little touchy, you know, and I don't need a situation. And I've always had, you know, relationships that honored that. I'm like, look, you want to come by? Come by. Do what you want, because I'm not going to tell you don't.
Exactly.
You can't. I'm not going to tell you can't. But I'm going to tell you what you need to expect. I'm not going to go out of my way for it. You know, the only time I left that DJ booth was to take a leak and get a drink. That was it. You know, so I have a very, very, you know, I'm very strict about how I work. I don't hang out. You know, after work, paid, gone. You know, usually I come in, I do an hour set, I get paid, I'm out. But you know, no, I never found love in the nightclub. I mean, there may have been a couple of potential candidates, but I have no clue whatever happened with them.
I understand that, yo. And he spoke on something real. That's real. Like, if you're dating someone and they don't understand the DJ life, and it can be hectic. I took an ex to a gig of mine, and she didn't understand that, hey, yeah, women do talk to you. They talk to DJs. They want to know what they want to request stuff. They want to know, hey, where are you going to be next and all that great stuff.
They want to know about them.
Don't get jealous. And they're going to be drunk, but she did. So yeah, I understand what you're saying on that.
You know, I worked straight clubs. I worked straight nightclubs for a majority of my life.
Yeah.
And for maybe half of my life, we'll assume. And I got introduced into the, you know, LGBTQ, but at the time we just called them gay nightclubs. And I have to admit, I fell in love with it. I really did. As a straight man, I fell in love with the gay community. They were respectful, appreciative. They were a pleasure to work for. The feedback that I would get and do get from them is amazing and just makes me go even harder at them. You know, makes me go harder at my crowd.
Yeah.
And I mean, but the funny thing was, and still is, because I still do gay nightclubs, is when they come up to me after they get to know me, and they're like, oh, listen, my girlfriend came out with me tonight. Well, she's not my girlfriend. I'm gay. She's my straight friend. I get the idea, buddy. I know what you're talking about. Can she hang out with you? Because I just met a guy, and I don't want to leave her alone. And you're straight, right? I'm like, yeah, you know, and like, yeah.
On the girl off on you.
but it's funny because like I would become the heterosexual babysitter, and the girls would come up and be like, oh, you're straight. I'm like, no, I'm a lesbian. I love women, but you know. But I love the idea of it. And then my friends were idiots. You know, what do you do if a guy tells you you're cute? I say, thank you.
I mean, that's,
I know, I've always told guys, you know, they're like, oh, you're really cute. I'm like, you know what? I appreciate that. And if I ever switch teams, I'm going to come play on yours. You know, it's like, you know, I'm like, what do you want me to do? Like start knocking people out? Like you want me to get into a fight because someone said I was cute? I'm like, shit, more men tell me I'm cute than women. I'm thinking about it, you know. But it's true though, and I just love the community. I mean, I've been in the parades, been on the floats, getting my ass super soaked. You know, I don't know what it is with the fucking bubbles. You need to stop that. It's like taking 2 showers in one day. But I'm telling you, I'm just saying is that the gay community, LGBTQ, if I'm saying it properly, I'm telling you, I love you. I have respect for you. I have respect for you. And I have much, much love and appreciation for that community. I would play for them. I would play for them sooner than I would play for a straight crowd. And that's just the way that is. Because it's just, man, it's like the difference between a match and a bonfire. That's the best way to put it.
Okay. Yeah, match and a bonfire. Yeah, that is a big difference.
I know it is.
Big difference. Well, hey, we're gonna I'm gonna play 2 more songs, and then we're gonna come back and finish this interview with DJ Dre, Spencer Andrews, right here on the Hotspot with your girl, Miss DJ. Don't stop. Be right back. 1 second, y'all.
Oh, I'm gonna be hitting that fridge while we're gone.
Yeah, you good. I got you. All right, so this is Mr. Everything. His freestyle. I met him over the weekend, this Saturday. Then also followed with a Shayari Sullivan with Can We, right here on the Hotspot. Ain't nothing going through. What in the world has happened?
It's the everything. Shout out Maliko, that's me. T-Rocket, Dottie, and T. Don't forget the LLC. I own my own company. I'm on my year on my feet. This type of style ain't free. This type of style ain't cheap. The perno kicked it, I'm too geek. I'm sitting right on the heat. The rocket right under the seat. I'm finna fall in the freak. I beat that bit like a beat. She said her life was complete. Yeah. Her Uber right on the street. Yeah. Easy 450 my feet. Nigga, I'm walking it beat. They think that my name is Pedro. I just want pesos on pesos. I want the chips with the queso. You gotta do what I say so. You gotta learn how to lay low. I can mold you like some Play-Doh. I ride that baby, no cradle. She drinking it up like it's Fago. I'm so geeked over here thinking I'm Fable. This the way life go, no phaso. Please do not step on these phasos. I might just give you a halo. We having guns like in Halo. All white whip looking like mayo. I'm rocking all red potato. Oops, I meant tomato. Potato, tomato. Shout out to all of my partners. I always think about dollars. If that ain't fat, then I give you a follow. Get on my knees and I'm praying to Allah. I used to ride on the model. I really do believe in karma. If I die now, just know I love my mama. I just got in my feelings, really having ambitions. I was corner store stealing, can't forget about drug dealing. Really foreign wheel whipping, pulling up in the trenches. Had a main and a mistress. Sun hit my chain and it glisten. One thing I ain't do is listen. Niggas really wasn't having no ceilings. I smoke and get higher than an addict. I might just pop me an addict. The baddie just sent me the addict. White girl, I think her name Maddie. She grab on my stick like a caddy. I skirt off inside of the scatty. I disappear like I know magic. You can get flipped like a patty. You can get flipped like a burger. This shit on my hip, it'll hurt you. I told you I pull up and serve you. I hop on the beat and I murder. I jump on it bit like a hurdle. This shit that I spit be unheard of. You say you go far, I go further. I'm a boss, you just a worker. But that ain't none of my business. I'm too focused on my mission.
Tired of your mouth. You're nagging
All right now. That was Shayari.
So you really got to get that name down. You really
I know.
do.
I didn't have it down when he came.
I want to dedicate that. I want to dedicate that second track to my wife. Get the idea? All right, baby.
Oh, okay.
And I gotta tell you though, that was one of the best. That was one of the best lyrics I ever heard in a track. I disappear like magic. I'm gonna start using that on people. You don't want to fuck with me because I disappear like magic, yo. I'm telling you.
Well,
that was beautiful.
hey, if he's listening, I'm sure he's happy about that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that second track was hot though. I could definitely, I could get down on that track definitely. But in that first track, I'm gonna tell you, man, there was some funny shit in there, and I know it wasn't meant to be funny, but I mean, it's all truthful too, though. So, but no, they were both very good. I'm a fan.
Oh, I'm so glad you are a fan. So I'm glad you liking that, man. You like them vibes.
I'm a very, very horrible. No, not. I'm a really big music critic. I used to scout bands, and like I can tell you right off the bat, you suck, you're screwed. But those two tracks were good. They were real good.
Thank you on that. Thank you. Good.
See, I do listen to hip hop.
I know you do. I know.
Oh, I'm not. I'm definitely not giving you any credit. I mean, all you did was play it. But these two slaved over their craft.
Yeah,
and came out with these two hot tracks. So, but I'm gonna give the show back to you. Go ahead.
Nah, you good. And it's all right, man. So, yo, I have enjoyed this interview with you. I'm sorry, my brain is on slow mode now. I don't know why all of a sudden it just went slow. But I have enjoyed this interview with you, DJ Dre, Spencer Andrews. So tell me,
she's so fried. She doesn't know what to call me anymore.
You have too many names. I don't know. I don't know. Do I say both or am I good with just one? You tell me.
One. I mean, if you're looking for me, on the internet, it's Spencer Andrews, aka DJ Dre. It's that simple. But when we talking, Dre, simple.
All right, Dre. Got you, Dre. So is there
Miss
any?
Don't stop.
What you got major going on this year? What festivals you have going on?
Right now, I don't have anything in front of me. I'm that type of guy, but you can catch me on Facebook at Spencer Andrews, aka DJJ.com. Nope, can't scratch that. Not .com. You can find me on Facebook as Spencer Andrews, aka DJ Dre, and my show is on there, Spencer Andrews, aka DJ Dre presents In the Mix, and I have DJs, producers, composers that are on there, and also bringing in some entrepreneurs, and we also have obviously yours truly, Msdjdontstop, who was just interviewed no more than 2 weeks ago, I believe. So. On YouTube, you can find me under Spencer Andrews, a.k.a. DJ Dre, presents In the Mix. And you can cut it down to your liking. I'm sure you're going to find me. I'm going to be in the UK, going to be in the New York area. So, I have enough going on to bother me for days.
Hey, that is what's up. And now, are you taking anyone for interviews, right?
Oh, yeah. We talked about this.
Yes, let them know.
If you are a DJ or a composer or producer or entrepreneur that is somehow related to the business, you can look me up again on Facebook, Spencer Andrews, aka DJ Dre, and you can message me, and we'll figure something out, or you can go through Msdjdontstop, and she will definitely work it out that I get in touch with you and get you on the show.
Definitely. I posted to some groups that, some DJ groups, if they need any type of interview, radio promotion. Something's loud. I believe it's on your end.
No, I'm wearing headphones.
It can't
I'm
be
wearing
my mic.
headphones, my love.
I don't know if it's.
Well, we're gonna end the show anyway, so you don't
but
care
it
about.
is, and I already echoed
No,
all
I
the way
just
through.
went-
But anyway, so I've already told people about you and your interviews, and I will send people your way, DJ Dre.
I appreciate that, and I'll pay you 5 cents for every. No, I appreciate it. I had a good time. It's a good show. And I'm hoping that we get to talk for a minute after the show, unless you're going to keep on going on. So that's up to you.
No. Yeah, we can talk for a good. We can talk. We can talk after this. And,
All right. I'll let you take the show from here. But once again, Miss DJ Don't Stop, thank you for having me on the show. Again, big shout out to the ATL for listening. Appreciate the love.
Yes. Hold on. Let me give you these right here. There you go. See, we gave you the hand claps. I have enjoyed this interview, to be honest with you.
I know you
are
did. It's
funny.
me. It's me.
You are funny.
You don't have, if you're not with me, you're not having a good time. I mean, it's that simple.
Exactly. So
It's just like we say when we're live on the radio spots at the clubs. If you're not here, you're not having a good time. So make sure you come on down.
exactly, man. And we have had a good time on here. Do you have anything that you want to tell the new up and coming DJs before we go?
Yeah, you are all fucked. No. No, seriously. For those of you that are just starting out as DJs, I'm telling you, it's, and I'm only saying this out of love. You have a rough road ahead of you. No matter what you do in the beginning, perfect your craft. Perfect what you do. Don't be stuck on one thing. Know everything. Know your music. Know how to mix. Know how to blend. Turning knobs and slamming mixes. Anyone can do that. If you have 1,000 MP3s and some sort of DJ software or hardware, you're not a DJ yet. Again, you got to learn your craft, know what you're doing, know your skill, and it takes time. Don't pass yourself off as something you're not, because it will always bite you in the ass.
Yeah.
As far as getting into nightclubs, you have to deal with promoters. So in the meantime, you want to get out there. If you think you're good enough to play in a nightclub, then network. And then maybe someday you'll get to the point where people will call you and you can just sit there and say yes or no. That's my advice.
Good advice too on that, man. I love that advice. That advice made some sense.
Well, that's just like, just ending this. That's just like you. That's how I think I met you. You wanted to know how to scratch, and I told you, scratching ain't shit. Scratching doesn't make the DJ, because eventually anyone can scratch, but you're just a scratcher, and anyone can scratch. Just take some time. So, man, craft, know your music, know what you're doing, and just be good at what you do.
Hey, y'all heard it right there from DJ Dre, a.k.a. Spencer Andrews, right here on the Hotspot with me, Miss DJ Don't Stop. This has been a wonderful interview. Be sure to check it out also on YouTube and Facebook under the Woo Radio ATL, and also on my page and Spencer Andrews' page.
No problem for mentioning my page. Thank you. Again, thank you so much. I appreciate everybody, and that's all I have to say.
Hey. All right. Well,
big
yo.
shout out to Woo Radio.
Thank you. And tell them what's the name of your station. You gonna name your station, because
Actually,
you might as well name
what?
it.
Yeah, I know. I might as well. It's on SoundCloud, just under DJ Dre. I really haven't, gone back and worked on it much.
Yeah.
Haven't had time. So I've been posting a lot of stuff on Facebook, and it tracks back to YouTube. I've just been uploading mixes and stuff like that. So I'm not as, really working on my stuff as I should be, because I'm tied up in the
it'd be
world
like that.
right
Trust
now.
me. I know.
Yeah, so.
Yeah. Trust me on that. I know.
But thank you for having me on the show. I really appreciate it.
All right, yo. I have it. Let me do it around them. So, yo, that was Spencer Andrews, a.k.a. DJ Dre, right here on the Hotspot with your girl, Msdjdontstop. We're going to end this interview. Tomorrow, we're going to have Eddie Collier. He's going to be in doing a live performance. Talented young brother. He will be on the Hotspot tomorrow. Be sure to check out this interview again on YouTube and on my Facebook page. And we're going to be up out of here. Keep God first, and I'm out. Peace.